And of course, the oppression of black people is the ultimate goal of the JB. So yeah, they're gonna let the they're gonna let some black celebrities be on the cover of magazines, become international stars, be admired worldwide, be uplifted, and then they're gonna make sure that they kill them and use their energy and drink their blood, because they know that they are the embodiments of um, the manifestation of gods. Meaning that, and I'm trying to be nice here, meaning that all the elements in the earth and all the wonderment that is in the earth, all the powers that are in nature, you have it in you. You have the abilities of the animals, the sensory perception, except that you don't know it and it's very dulled. So really you're very powerful, but you don't know that, so they don't want you to, ever. So again, let me try to reiterate here and restate. Why are they going to sacrifice a celebrity? Why would a celebrity do that? Oh, DMX just died. He did drugs. And some other stupid rapper, Blackfoot or something. I don't know these people anymore, because I'm not in that generation, and I never kept up with rappers too much. Well, I can't say that because it's a black cultural thing, but I really been outside the bubble a lot. And now my age has surpassed me even caring about who these rappers are. They pop up, what, every 3 months or something. Somebody new comes out. Anyway, except Eminem, they keep dragging him along, making him number one. And he just did his sacrifice too. I don't know the boy's name, Juice WRLD or something. And I can say these names because I watch this. I get the information from a video called Fame vs. Sacrifice, which is exactly why I am making my audio, to try to inform someone about the sacrifices and what it really means. What it really means is power and energy to re-energize them especially as they get older. And you're just consuming your melanin. Melanin is like a natural tonic. It's like a pure vitamin for them. What you take for granted as, being strong and able and, whatever's attributed to black people, having good skin, not falling apart. I mean, literally, we're talking about looks right now, okay? Let me get away from the window because there's a bird over there. Okay, so they literally fall apart between, I would say, you just look at a 40-year-old white person, okay? Literally, they're falling apart. But what you don't know is the science about their makeup. And Dr. Laila Africa talks about that. What you take for granted as your experience and who you are and how you're able to do things and see and hear and smell and all this stuff, their ability, they don't have sensory to that level, and they lie to you about diseases and statistics between blacks and whites, because they're giving you the disease, because your melanin, your melanin kind of attaches to things easily. So if they concocted something that fucks up your immune system, you know, then your melanin, sometimes it gets overwhelmed, you know. So I just say that in general, but Dr. Laila Africa explains that in some of his lectures, and I'll be sure to upload that. And all I want to, I just want to leave you with Dr. Laila's a segment from his video, because he tells you about the pineal gland, and that's what everything is about. Everything is about the light body soul that is in you, and it's not in them. That is the bottom line secret of why you're getting sacrificed. Even they consume the pineal gland of you. You know? So, and that invigorates them. That, like I said, it's like getting a concentrated vitamin nutrients drink. Honestly, that is what it's like for them. So that means that the elite people, and then your higher up people in the priesthood, which is another level of the government, all those old motherfuckers, they're paying for the butchery of your body so that they can keep themselves going. And this is no joke. This is, I say it casually, it's no fucking joke. So, that's why you're getting sacrificed. That, people are like, why, they want to question, why are they attacking the good black people, the celebrities? They have money and all, why would they do that? Why would P. Diddy have his wife sacrificed? And why this and why that? That's because P. Diddy is also on the chopping block. They're just using him. He's the henchman, but his ass is on the chopping block. Just think about, and I'm going to leave you with this, okay? Unfortunately. Think about all the famous black people. Let's just talk about the 80s, okay? Because we can't go far back in time, and I can't name these people, but same thing happens to them. But a lot of them got to live to an older age, to be honest. Red Fox got to live to be an old age, but they still humiliated his ass. Muhammad Ali, they humiliated him. They gave him something to fuck up his nervous system, because they had him on a, what do you call it? They catapulted him to the world's greatest. And then they made sure that they ritualistically destroyed and humiliated him in front of the whole world. Anyway, let me get off of that. But, I just want to say, no matter how these celebrities live their lives, okay, they are unconscious. They're doing whatever the beast is doing down here, whatever the fuck Michael Jackson was doing with little boys. We're not talking about that. But they are the gods, the lost gods, the unconscious gods, and some fuckery happened to them. And they all got, all these big time celebrities that get such respect in the world stage, they make sure at the end, toward the end of their career, that they humiliate them and destroy them and make sure that they see decay. Now, Aretha Franklin supposedly had cancer. Okay, Aretha Franklin, there's some that they let you. What I notice now is that there's some that they have let live a long time, They ain't doing that shit anymore. Aretha Franklin, and excuse me for going off here, but Aretha Franklin was a very good puppet, because while, black people were getting murdered and lynched and hosed down and dog attacked and picnicked and burned alive and all this shit, she, they made sure that they had the black people singing and dancing and talking about fucking respect. They made sure that even though they were disrespected themselves, they got a partial respect for fame, but in the back, you still had to go in the back door and couldn't get a good hotel or something like that. But Aretha did an extremely good job of being a Freemason puppet. So, they let her live a long time. She did a good job. She is a job well done. Diana Ross, excuse me for mentioning her, but she's gonna be getting her comeuppance soon too. But they've let her live a long time. And anyway, let me wrap this up here. Whitney Houston was somebody in my era of, paying attention to music and stuff. And the way they destroyed her was just sickening. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to put her video in here too. That could wake you up. Because in her video, at her funeral, they have Egyptian coffins. And I should, that should be a whole nother video. But they have Egyptian coffins, and I'm going to quickly tell you why. The black people, they don't give a shit about the people on the motherland, because they have kept them on lockdown and on ignorance. Okay? But the people in America are the number one enemy to the beast. Because you live with the beast, you grew up with the beast, you know the beast, you have access to the information that the beast has. That is why. Also, you don't have the trappings of tribalism, culture, tradition, and all these other things that lock your mind down. You don't have that. And on top of that, although most black people are 1000% indigenous, there is some mixture from the motherland, and that isn't from you coming from the motherland, it's the other way around. It's them bringing people from the motherland to mix up you. So your genetic background is there's some mixture, which makes you more powerful. On a certain level, you are more powerful. But the bottom line is that you live next to the beast. You share the home of the beast. You have access to the information that the beast has. And you also have you have the opportunity to share in the success of, this fake America, the American dream and all that bullshit. You are able to access not being poverty stricken. I mean, compared to other people, okay? So, they know they will do anything to stop you. They can't give you 1 inch, because if you ever woke up, you would know your power and the power of your words, and you could curse people. I suggest you try it. Don't curse another black person. We got enough of that shit already. Curse a beast. Curse a JB. Curse even from the TV, one of your wonderful JBs on the TV. Because your energy, everything is magnetism. Your energy can go wherever you want it to go. So, I've said a lot. I hope that somebody has grasped something that I've said, some point of information, and I've said things that seem random, but they're all connected. They're all connected to the secret of you, and hopefully what I'm saying will sink into the brains of somebody that is led to watch and listen to this video. And then may you get some understanding of why you celebrities sacrifice, and may you get some understanding that it is real and that it does happen, and everything has meaning, you know. And yeah, may you wake up to that, and see the bigger picture. If it's if you're getting slaughtered, well, obviously they're getting slaughtered too. If you want to ask a question about something, then you know what you can do. And the truth has to be known within you, because they got this place on such a lockdown, and they have it. The TV will just tell you what happened. You will never know. The truth has to come from within you to understand that this is a ritualistic murder. That these people, they're healthy one day, and they're talking about making a record last week, and then suddenly they supposedly OD or got COVID or whatever the fuck. I didn't even hear how this other guy, Juice WRLD, died. Even though I listened to the whole video, right now I don't even know how they said he died or something. But they can just say anything because they have that control. They have the reputation and the fake credibility just by being on a fucking screen. So, look at Whitney's video. And the point of Whitney was supposedly Christian, right? And talking about Jesus all the time. What's she doing with Egyptian statues at her what is she doing with Egyptian coffins at her funeral? At the private funeral. Her mother went there. Her family members went to that private funeral. Clive Davis went to that private funeral. This is something that Bobby Hemmett said, and this is a secret. You are the admixture of the original Egyptians. That's the thing they know. The people of the Americas are a special blend of, they're like what do they call it? Gourmet. There's nothing fucking gourmet. That natural food is already gourmet. For these people to make up these fucking names as something's gourmet, all they did is just fuck it up, chop it up, and put a fucking label on it and try to say it's fucking gourmet. Anyway, you are gourmet. You are the gourmet blended mixture of a lot of tribes, and you don't know your own fucking tribe. You are the fucking lost tribe, right? That these JBs try to say that they are. But you know what? Let me stop there. You have to know some background information, to connect the dots of what I'm saying. And I wish for you consciousness.
Why sacrifices? Because they know you are the immortals. Without ego, the planet is yours, but they have a time limit here. They are not connected to the cosmos. They cannot ascend to higher realms back and forth like you can. You know what a GMO veggie is? They are GMO, no cosmic seed. That is according to their own science.
To start off with showing you something that resides inside of your brain, we're going to start off with your third eye. This is your brain cells here. These little bubbles here. These represent your brain cells. This is a photograph inside of your brain. And these bubbles here are brain tissue. And this, in this area, is a liquid-filled space that we call the third ventricle of your brain. This item floating right here is what you call your third eye. That is your anatomical third eye. That's in your body. Right now. Every time a planet moves, something moves inside of that galaxy. But it's not a galaxy. It's something larger than that. And you have the largest one in your brain than in your race. It also causes you to be connected to outer space. It becomes inner space with African people. Now, I'm talking about an area called your third ventricle, where a gland resides that we call the pineal gland. That's the gland I was referring to that makes this color, this pigment called melanin, which makes your skin brown. It's made by this gland here, primarily by this gland called the pineal gland. And this gland triggers responses in all the other glands. It keeps your body in rhythmicity, keeps everything in clockworking order. Anything that affects this gland will affect all the glands in your body. Anything that alters the ability of your glands to work, a cough suppressant that suppresses secretions of your gland. Antiperspirants that suppress the secretion of your glands. Anything that suppresses the secretions of your glands stops the ability of the pineal gland to function, which lowers your ability to be human, to be sensitive. And this may show up in some kind of disease reaction called obsessive compulsive behavior, where you want what you want when you want, me for me, let me do my own thing, whatever that thing is. Well, according to McDonald's, eating a burger. This is the area I was talking about. I was talking about this galaxy-like thing in the center of your third ventricle of your brain that has these orbitals that moves around, has a female spin, a male spin, does all of these sort of movements. It's a rhythmicity, it's a cyclic kind of energy, electromagnetic energy. In case you think your brain functions like other people's brains, I have some little scientific data here. I go to the thieves to get information. All this comes from white people. It didn't come from anyone black. Now, this is how your brain functions. This is an African man's brain, showing how the brain is producing energy when it thinks in the left hemisphere or right hemisphere. This is a musician called Miles Davis. He, of course, is dead now. We associate the right hemisphere of the brain with creativity, with spirituality, and the left hemisphere of the brain with analytical thinking, mathematics, and things of that sort. So you would figure that if he's playing music, since that's art, that would be concentrated in the right hemisphere of the brain. But according to this CAT scan, as we call it, he is listening to music with his left mind and playing music with his right mind. African people have the tendency to process information that normally goes in the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. They use either hemisphere. It's not confined to one hemisphere. So we process information differently. So therefore we think differently. But when you take certain nutrients into your system, that don't have the vitamins and minerals and amino acids in it to help your brain function, which we call neurotransmitters, it stops the ability of you to control yourself, because all these nutrients are taken out of the food when it's processed. When you make bleach white flour, which is cooked when you buy it, it also has bleach in it, and the bleach isn't taken out of it. You know you have to put your clothes on 2 rinse cycles to get the bleach out of it. Your cells don't go on rinse cycles. You still have the bleach in your cells. It's bleaching out your melanin. It's bleach. So when you eat bleach white flour, bleach white rice, bleach white sugar. In any case, what I'm saying is these things that you're eating are food contrabands, or junk food as we call it today, and they lack these nutrients to help you control your behavior.